The Manila air was thick and warm, a heavy blanket after the cold they'd left behind. 22 Ukrainian students stepped off the plane, their eyes old, shoulders slumped. The sun was bright, but they felt only a cold that lived deep in their bones. This cold was the memory of sirens, the dust of fallen buildings, the fear that had become their companion. Volunteers welcomed them with smiles and food, but their thanks were quiet, almost lost. They moved like ghosts, safe from war, but not from its shadow. In this land of sunshine, they remained in the shadow of their past. The silence in the group was heavy with a secret. There were supposed to be 23 of them. The missing one was Andriy, their leader, always smiling, always lifting spirits. His absence was a ghost at every meal, a reminder of a choice they'd made. Alexander led one part of the group, practical, serious, insisting they focus on the future. "We are here now. We cannot change the past," he'd say, but his words were cold comfort. His group tried to be strong, but their strength was a mask. Katerina led the other part, unable to accept moving on. She believed they had betrayed Andriy, left him behind. Her group was quiet, withdrawn, unable to forgive themselves, or Alexander's group for seeming to forget. The secret was a crack dividing them. It poisoned their attempts to heal. They were all survivors, but could not find comfort in each other. Alexander saw Katerina's sorrow as weakness. She saw his strength as betrayal. The weight of Andriy's absence pressed down on all of them. Their new lives in Manila felt like a lie. They were living, but a part of them was left behind in the rubble. The shared trauma that should have united them now tore them apart. The secret was a wall none dared cross. They could not speak of it, but it shaped everything. The pain of what happened to Andriy haunted every day. The secret festered, showing in small, painful ways. When a volunteer asked, "Are all of you here?" Alexander would answer, "Yes, all 22, forcing the number. Katerina's group would look down, their silence saying otherwise. In class, Alexander's group sat apart, trying to build a new life. Katerina's group was quiet, lost in memories. The professors saw wounds books could not fix. One evening, Alexander found Taras crying. "You must stop this," he said. "It helps no one." Taras shouted, "You don't get to say his name. We all left him." The truth hung in the air before they retreated into silence. Counseling was offered, but they could not speak honestly. They talked about war, but never about Andriy or the impossible choice at the train station. The healing offered could not reach the wound they kept hidden. The secret was a barrier to any real recovery. The breaking point came on a rainy Tuesday. Katerina found an old photo and stood up during a meeting. "We pretend he never existed, but he did. We left him." Alexander tried to stop her, but the dam had broken. Silence fell. The secret was out. Alexander finally spoke. "I chose you. I live with it every day." The room filled with tears and confessions. The truth, though terrible, was real and could be held together. The air changed. The burden was lighter. They could now mourn Andriy together. The silence was broken. A Filipino volunteer saw their pain and brought them to her grandmother, Lola Elena. Lola Elena, nearly 90, had survived war herself. She welcomed them, served tea, and shared her story. As a girl, she'd faced an impossible choice: warn her brother of danger and risk her family, or stay silent. She chose her family. Her brother did not survive. "For years, I thought I was a monster," she said. "But war gives us choices that are not choices. You choose to live. You save who you can. This is not a sin. The sin is the war itself. To carry guilt forever is to let the war keep winning. You honor the lost by living the life they cannot. Forgive yourselves. Your friend would want you to live. Her words were a key, unlocking a door they thought closed forever. The students listened, tears in their eyes. Lola Elena's wisdom planted a seed of forgiveness. They saw their pain reflected in hers and her survival. The burden felt lighter. They realized they were not alone in their impossible choices. Her story gave them hope. They could begin to forgive themselves. Lola Elena's words didn't heal them overnight, but they planted hope. The journey back to each other began with talking. Guided by a counselor, they held talking circles. Difficult at first, but they kept showing up. Alexander spoke of his terror, Katerina of her love for Andriy. They learned to listen without judgment. They were not two sides, but parts of the same broken heart. They cooked Ukrainian meals together, sharing memories of Andriy's jokes and kindness. He became a cherished memory, not a ghost of guilt. They started a group journal for feelings too hard to speak. They explored Manila together, letting themselves feel moments of joy. Slowly, the division dissolved. Katerina and Alexander saw each other as fellow survivors. True strength was in sharing pain and helping each other stand again. They were still wounded, but no longer broken. Their shared pain became shared strength. Together, they were becoming whole again. The past was still with them, but it no longer defined them. They were learning to live. As they healed, a new purpose grew. They wanted Andriy's memory to mean something. They started the Andriychenko Light of Hope Scholarship for students displaced by war. Fundraisers, Ukrainian food at festivals, and speaking at universities brought their story to the community. Their honesty moved people. Donations grew. The scholarship gave others the chance they'd been given. They formed Ukrainian Hearts in Manila, a support group for new arrivals. They became the guides they once needed. They offered comfort, a meal, and the knowledge that no one was alone. They were no longer just victims. They were leaders. The guilt that divided them was replaced by shared purpose. Andriy's memory became inspiration, not pain. They chose to create light from darkness. Forgiveness was the first step to a future. Their journey became a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Even the deepest wounds can heal, and pain can become hope for a better world.